Hello, and welcome to Brookdale Newsmakers, your source for all news, info, and events going on at Brookdale and in your community. I'm Magee Fahey, and joining us today is Anthony Fox from Brookdale Student Radio. Thanks for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about the Brookdale Student Radio program.
Well, it's a way for students to get involved in radio who otherwise might not be. Because we have a very special situation here at Brookdale. We have a professionally run public station here, but we don't really have, it's more for students who are getting involved in radio, whereas Brookdale Student Radio is more for any student who just might want to get their feet wet or they're not sure what they want to do yet. You can have a lot of fun with it, and you can also learn a lot.
Very nice. Now, with that, the program was initially started when exactly?
It was back in 2009.
2009. And from then until now, what type of programming have you seen students coming up with on their own?
Pretty much everything. We have a ton of sports shows every year, a whole bunch of music shows, but also some comedy. We've had everything from really comedy to country. We had one student who actually had live bands every week.
Very cool.
And it was a lot of fun, but it was also a lot of work, and we learned a lot about doing it.
And it's also work that they're willing to put forward because it's something that they have created themselves, which I feel like is kind of a motivational factor.
Oh, yeah.
With that said, you said that they have talk shows, they have sports shows. It's not just limited to music, but you said before that you have an extensive music catalog for people to choose from, too, in the event that they decide to do something like that.
Oh, yeah. And of all styles. We always have stuff, and it's always expanding. We're constantly adding music to our library. So, students can bring stuff in, and we can actually even add it to our library just from them.
That's great. Now, where is it, or how, rather, is the show actually broadcasted if a student creates the show?
It's both online and also via HD radio. So if you have an HD radio, you can pick it up on 90.5 HD3, but you can also get it online from any computer pretty much, or most mobile devices.
Exactly. Nowadays, with cell phones, you have all the options with applications. TuneIn Radio is a great free example,
yes,
where you can listen to any radio station in the country from anywhere in the country, which is really great. Now, with the student-run programs, how do they go about getting involved initially? If we have some out there in the audience right now who are interested in joining up, how do they go about doing that?
Well, we have meetings the first Thursday of every month in the ATEC basement, and we also have, you can email us at brookdalestudentradio@gmail.com, or just come by the radio station.
Very nice. Now, with scheduling time, can you work with groups and everything? Like, can you have, two hosts, or can you have friends come in and do some work with you?
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of develop a little bit of, an element in the actual programming?
Oh, totally. We have, it's very expansive. We've had bands of up to 4 or 5 people in, along with 2 hosts. So, we can work with whatever there is as long as you know what to work with. So, if there's a show that somebody wants to have like 6 people on, it would take a little bit of preparation, but it's doable.
Okay. And now, I'm assuming, just like any other radio station, the Brookdale Student Radio has to follow the same guidelines that any other radio station would.
Yes. The FCC, even with HD radio, profanity is an issue. So all the songs that we put in there have to be clean.
Understandably. Now, do you see in the short term, what would the future of the student radio be?
I see it expanding. Hopefully we'll get a lot more students involved and just have some new, different shows.
Okay,
because there's so many possibilities. We've only begun to scratch the surface.
Very cool. Now, once again, how could we come in contact with someone involved in the student radio program? Would it be just contacting you, checking out the Facebook page that you said before?
We have a Facebook page, Brookdale Student Radio 90.5 HD3. BrookdaleStudentRadio.com also has some contact info, or just email BrookdaleStudentRadio@gmail.com.
Very nice. Now, the Brookdale Student Radio is located in the lower level of ATEC.
Yes.
If people are interested in just stopping by, seeing how it operates, or speaking to anyone at the actual radio station as well, because they're located right around the corner from each other.
Oh, yeah.
Correct?
Great. 90.5 is kind of the mother station to Brookdale Student Radio. So
excellent.
We can all help.
Our guest today was Anthony Fox. Thank you for joining us on Brookdale Newsmakers. For more information, visit us at brookdalecc.edu. I'm Magee Fahey. See you next time here on Brookdale Newsmakers.